Right guys, what's going on? It is Kirava here and welcome to a brand new video. Today I've got some Titanfall 2 open tech test gameplay for you. This isn't a beta, this isn't even an alpha. This is kind of like, I'm not really sure what it is meant to be. I think it's just literally so they can find some bugs, if any exist in the game, in multiplayer. Because obviously this is not a single player campaign gameplay demo kind of thing. Now, I'm going to start off by saying this is not a bad game. I don't think it is a bad game by any means. It's just I do not enjoy it that much. And I never played the original Titanfall, so I can't really compare it to that. Obviously, it was only on the Xbox One, whereas this is on PS4 and Xbox One. I'm a PS4 player. I'm going to start off with the gunplay because I think that was probably the biggest issue that I had with Titanfall 2. And I found it quite floaty. I found it quite hard to actually get locked in on your targets and then actually continue to hit them, especially when they move about. I did find the shooting to be quite difficult actually. I was surprised by how difficult I found this game, to be honest. The shooting was quite hard in my opinion. That really put me off from the start. However, the graphics was something that I was actually really impressed with. The graphical fidelity of the engine of this game is definitely far better than the original Titanfall was. I have seen gameplay of that game. It was okay, but obviously it did come out 2 years ago when these consoles were new, so you should expect the graphics to be better, and they are good. To credit to the developers, because it is a quite nice looking game. Sound design was also top notch in my opinion. I really like the way that the guns sound, much more visceral, much more real and immersive than Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which I thought the gun sounds a bit meh, not particularly great. But they're good on Titanfall 2 here. And something that I think that was pretty awesome was the abilities that you get, kind of like the specialists. I mean, not really, but your grappling hook, for example, the sonar dart. These are things that have not really been in many games I can think of. It's quite cool to see these, and it does add a whole new dimension to the gameplay. It is very much a 3D movement based game, and there's a lot of verticality involved in the combat, and having these tools like the sonar dart and the grappling hook really make it a lot easier to traverse the map. These are quite big maps, as you might expect from Titanfall. It just does add an extra dimension to the gameplay that I thought was pretty cool. However, something that counteracts this was the gun variety and the gun balance. I think I may already mention this, but I'll just go into a bit more detail here. I know this is just a tech test. I know it is like not even a beta. It's pretty early days for Titanfall 2. I know it does come out in 2 months' time, in fact 2 months, a couple of days ago really, so not too long to go, but I did not really enjoy the guns that I used. And like I said, the aiming was pretty tough for me, but I'm talking more about the variety of weapons. I used the CIR one, I think that's what I'm using in this gameplay. I used a different kind of submachine gun assault rifle hybrid, I'm not too sure what it was. I also used the light machine gun and the sniper rifles, which names I cannot remember. But it was a bit dull, to be honest with you. That was my impression of the weapons. I didn't think that they were that different, and it kind of got a bit boring after a while using these guns, because it didn't feel like I had any particular advantage using one over the other. Obviously with the sniper rifle, much greater distance, much greater power. But the submachine gun, the CIR, and the other one, I was just a bit underwhelmed by it. Underwhelmed is the word I would use to describe that. Now, lastly, and probably most importantly, the Titan gameplay. And I thought I was recording, but I didn't actually get any Titan gameplay. Bit disappointing, but I was underwhelmed by the Titans, and that's just my honest opinion. I was not expecting them to be as kind of underpowered. I thought they would be massive, hulking things that would just dominate the battlefield, but I suppose they can't be too overpowered, otherwise it just ruins the game for the pilots that are playing. I didn't play the Titanfall, the first Titanfall, as I said, so I didn't really have something to compare it to, but it was just a bit of a letdown to me. It was pretty cool to jump into it and then use the abilities, and working up to that point gave me something to aim for, kept me actually playing the game, because after a while I was thinking, oh, I'm just going to give up on this. So Titans were a good incentive, but when I actually got to use it, I was a bit underwhelmed. So there you have it guys, that is my opinions on Titanfall 2 Tech Test, coming out October 28th, 2016. I'm surprised that they have chosen for this release date right in the middle of Battlefield 1 and, of course, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, the two biggest shooter franchises ever created. odd time, and I think that Titanfall 2 may actually end up being lost in the release haze of the October-November time when a lot of games are coming out, and I will not be buying Titanfall 2. I wasn't planning on it before this tech test, and this has just confirmed what I already knew. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed it as well. Leave a comment down below saying if you enjoyed this tech test. I'm interested to see what the community reaction to it was, and whether you're actually going to be buying Titanfall 2 when it is released in October. I am Kirava, and I will see you in the next video.